Before I respond to the question, I think it's important that I first of all thank Alhaji Aliko Dangote for conceiving of this very great idea of backward integration. Dangote Sugar Refinery is one of the major importers of sugar into Nigeria today. And working with government, and in this case, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, under their sugar master plan, is thinking about a backward integration into producing sugar in Nigeria. That we will be visiting a site like this with 60,000 hectares of land. I think we say that is a very big project. It's incomparable to anyone that may have seen. About 2.5, 3 years ago, the president and ourselves visited Niger State at Sunti, where we saw also another massive project. But I'm telling you that this one is about 15 to 20 times bigger than what the president visited, what we visited with the president 3 years ago at Niger State. So I thank Dangote for that. But again, it's important that we thank the governor of the state for providing the land. 60,000 hectares of land, I dare say, is a very large expanse of land. But it's also because he's a visionary leader. He's thinking about development of his state. Because by the time this factory or this production, this manufacturing process kicks off, it will create jobs for his people, it will increase the revenue of his state, and it's going to help to improve the economic viability of Nasarawa State, among other states in this country. So I want to thank him for that. Now, what is our interest? Our interest at Central Bank of Nigeria is that right now, the Central Bank of Nigeria spends close to between $600 to $1 billion, $600 million to $1 billion importing sugar into the country. And that is a humongous sum of money. And in line with the pronouncement of the Mr. President that there's a need for us to begin to think about producing what we can eat or feed on what we can produce, it's about diversifying the base of the Nigerian economy. And so we're saying that if Nigeria can produce sugar and be self-sufficient in food production, that this should be something that we should support. And that's the reason we have decided to come today to give credence to the backward integration program of the federal government, and we are ready to give the support. Land has been provided. You've gone round. You've seen that this location is well suited for this project, and some of the primary equipment are already here, beginning from the plantation, sugar plantation, into the importation of the equipment that is needed for the manufacturing and all the processing. So we would provide not only the Naira, or some of the Naira, because I know that Dangote himself, as a big man in Nigeria, he has equity that is contributing to the project. We would also leverage by providing some funding for this project in Naira. And of course, he needs dollar to import the equipment that will keep this project running. Hopefully in the next 2 years, we'll provide that support. So that is our interest here, because it will reduce reliance on importation on forex. And let me seize the opportunity to say this, that we are looking at sugar, we are looking at wheat. We started a program on milk about 2 years ago. Eventually, this product will go into our FX restriction list. You will just want to see to what extent we see the traction that is coming on from those who are currently importing these items, and we are putting their feet on fire to say that we all must work together to produce these goods in Nigeria rather than import them.
Are we setting a time frame for this before you put it on the restriction list, like you said? And maybe in the first instance, you should give us a bit of figures. Yeah. How much CBN maybe in Naira or in dollar?
Supporting this project?
Yeah, any amount
I mean, you had we have not made up our mind about the amount, but like you said, it's a project of almost about $500 million, and you can convert that into Naira, know how much it is. I know he's going to commit some equity into it, and from there we determine what is the shortfall, and we can come in to give support to intervention through the banks, for whatever loan is required for this. Of course, foreign currency will provide as long as it is for the importation of the equipment, because that's where that's where the big issue will be. And we will gradually begin restricting allocation of foreign exchange to those who want to import sugar until we achieve these results.
Just before we let you go, sir, and take the minister, recently we heard you produced a governor alleged that the bank, printed some more money to to close the gap for states. The government has reacted, and they said no money was produced. But it's you who's in charge of
Who printed the money? Right?
So did you? Or
Well,
did
I think the issue is not, if you understand the concept of printing of money is about lending money, right? That is our job, right? To print is about saying lending money. So there's no need putting all the controversy about printing of money as if we're going into the factory, printing naira and then distributing on the street. It is very inappropriate for people to just give some coloration to the word printing of money as if it is some foreign word coming from the sky. Okay, so I think it's important for me to put it this way, that in 2015, 2016, the kind of situations we find ourselves now, which is even worse than what we faced in 2015, 2016, we did provide budget support facility for all the states of this country. That loan remains unpaid till now, and we are going to insist on the states paying back those monies going forward, since they are accusing us of giving them loans. That's what they're saying. And most countries in the world today are confronted by not only health challenges coming from the pandemic of COVID, and also economic crisis and the rest of them. And what I keep saying this, it will be irresponsible for the Central Bank of Nigeria or any central bank or any Fed to stand idle and then refuse to support its government at this time. And what is being done, right, is being done in any climb. And at the last Monetary Policy Committee meeting, I did say, and I gave data about what is being done, even in developed economies, about what needs to be done to shore up their economy and take them out of recession. Nigeria is unfortunately in a very bad situation. I'm not going to pretend about it, in the sense that we are facing problem about productivity output, which is GDP. Luckily, we managed to just come out of it with a hair's breadth, and we are working very hard to see how we can not only have our head above water, but get our waist above water. That is what we are focused on right now. And of course, we're also confronted by issues of inflation and prices and the rest of them. And so for us to begin to see that some people playing some games, trying to come up with overheating this polity, talking about printing of money, I think is very unfortunate and totally inappropriate. And I would like to advise that this should stop. We should all work for the growth of our country and not playing politics. I'm not a politician, and I keep saying so. I'm a banker, and I should be left to do my work. Thank you.